For sure. But again, don't do it in a mean way. At that point in time, you're in a relationship with her. Tell her, you know, sorry girl, I swear I'll make it up to you. This came up, that came up. That sort of thing. Now, I have like taken this a step further. A lot of my guys that are with me, again, the athletes, the actors, whatever, they want to have their cake and eat it too. What man doesn't, what woman doesn't want to have their cake and eat it too? These guys obviously have more money, so what do they do? What do I teach them to do? It's called Paytonology is what I like to call it. It's a lifestyle dedicated to being able to have your woman, have your family, have your life, but still fuck all the other girls you want to fuck. Because that's what people want to do. That's what guys really want to do. Now, I do it. That's what I love. I love having a girlfriend at home. I love sleeping with a girl. I love, you know, being with her, the companionship. But yet, you know, I can't, you know, my girlfriend's hot. She's fucking smoking. You know, if you categorize her, she'd be like fucking a lobster, king crab legs. But could I eat lobster and king crab legs for the rest of my fucking life? What if I want a Big Mac tomorrow, for fuck's sake? You know, think about this logically here. That's why I do like to philander. That's why I do like to be with other women. And I'm one of those guys, please, variety is the spice of life. I love different women. I love, you know, I'm like Captain Kirk. I say it on my radio show all the time. Fuck, if she's green and she's hot, I'll bang the daylights out of her. I love women. It's one of the things I adore. I love them. I love to be with them. I love to fuck them. I love to pleasure them. I love to please them. And on the same token, I like all that right back at me as well. You know? So you know, you keep your lives separate. Keep your world separate. And there's so many ways you can do it. For example, one of the things I teach my guys, these guys obviously they have more money. So you have your home, you have everything. Buy a condo, buy somewhere hip, a little bachelor pad. Never let her know about it. Never let her know about it. She doesn't even know it exists. You all of a sudden, you turn around to her and go, you know what, girl, you know, business is happening. You know, if anything, if you met someone and you want to start taking advantage, just go home one day and turn around to her and, you know, come home with flowers, maybe a bottle of champagne, celebrate, be like, I just got a promotion at work, I just got this, I just got that, let's go celebrate. Whatever, make her very happy, and then tell her that, you know, one of the things with my work is that I'm going to have to be going away a few days a week. Those few days that she thinks you're away, you are away. Banging a little daylights out of a hot 21-year-old. You know what I mean? I mean, you want to have your cake and eat it too, I can give it to you. Now, if you don't want to do that, by all means, don't do that. You don't have to be a cheater. But always know that you still have what it takes to pick up women. Because once you let that pass and she drops you like a fucking sack of potatoes, you're going to end up coming back to me, you know, with your tail between your legs going, what the hell do I do now? You're out there, a lot of people that order my CDs, that's the first thing they fucking say to me. Lost my girlfriend, she wanted nothing to do with me, I can't get back into the game. You know how I have that little box on my Seduce Conquer where you can fill it in? You know, the amount of people that write in, lost my wife, can't get back into the game, don't know how to pick up women. Why? Because they've been married for 20 years, they've been in a relationship for 25 years. Fuck man, things aren't the same as they were in the 80s. Things have changed. They come out there, they're overwhelmed. Why? Because they sat there the entire time. They were with their women not doing anything. What do? They sat there the entire time, fucking, you know, wrapped around her finger, doing yes honey, whatever you want honey. Now she's dropped him and he's like overwhelmed. He doesn't know where the fuck to do, where to go, how's he gonna meet girls? You know, and then what does he do? His first move, he goes online like a fucking loser and realizes that's even worse. You know, nobody comes back to you. You know what online is like, practically everybody's online. It's the worst place to be. The fuck would you want to go online? There's tons of women everywhere. You know, you do the Seduce Conquer principles. You know, you use the eye contact, you pick on them, you make fun of them. You know, you can seduce any woman, anytime, anywhere. It's very easily done. Start a witty observation to get in, keep the conversation going, pick on her, make fun of her, and take it. Like I like to ask questions, leading questions that take it to that place that I want it to go. He made a very good point. You know, he said, you know, when it comes like there's some guys out there that teach you routines. Routines, as far as I'm concerned, are completely useless. Women are very smart. She can say one little thing. It'll throw you right off your fucking game, right off your routine. You'll be and you're out. You have to do it in a way where you always have a response. You always have something to say. You know, you go with the flow and you always know exactly what to say. It has to come out, but it all has to be with the underlying Seduce and Conquer principles. Follow me here? Yeah. A few of you got these little dumb looks on your faces. You following again?
Yeah.
Good. Did I answer that? Taking notes?
There's some stuff you haven't brought up before, so we're going to go into it more.
Okay, you got it. Anything else?
When you're in a relationship, do you intentionally start fights with your girl to keep things interesting? Do you encourage fighting, or is it something you always want?
You want to keep as far away from fighting as possible. Dude, I swear if women ran the world countries, wouldn't be fighting, they'd be nagging each other to death. You're in a relationship, man, women, oh, I want to do this, I want to go here, I want to buy this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's just like, you just like tune it out. You want to try your hardest not to fight with her. And again, when you are in a relationship with her, do things, you know, like this Seduce and Conquer thing of picking on her, making fun of her, showing her, yeah, whatever, baby. You know, that's all good for the first and second phase. And you can be an asshole in your relationship with her, but once in a while, it's very important. Well, she won't stay with you. Once in a while, do something very special for her. One of the things I love to do, like one night, things weren't going very well with my girlfriend. One of the things I did one night, you know, she went to work, she came back, and as she walked in, you know, she walked in, the lights were all off, there's flower, rose petals all over the place, jacuzzi waiting for her, beautiful lighting set, the music is there, I got a little present for her, I brought her in, banged the living daylights out of her, and she turned around and goes, that was one of the best nights of my entire life. Again, be a little romantic. Women love that romantic guy. Women love that guy. There's nothing wrong with romantic. Believe it or not, I'm a fucking hopeless romantic, if you can believe that. You know, I'm the kind of guy who wants to be with that one spectacular woman. It's just very hard to find that one spectacular woman that doesn't want to let you stray. I believe I found her once. That's the girl I talk about in the CDs. But I mean, what the fuck did I know? I was 17 or 18 back then. You know what I mean? Nowadays, I mean, fuck, I go through like maybe 5, 6 women a week, and every single one I'm like, next. It's like fucking, you know, I'm at the MTO for fucking next. Like they're all a complete waste of time. So for me, you know, you want to make sure that when you're in a relationship, that you do keep the relationship, where you do nice things for her, you do special things for her. You know, and again, spontaneity is the key to a great relationship. You want to be spontaneous. You know, one of the things I did actually this weekend, right? I mean, you know, my girlfriend's at home. I came home on Tuesday, and I threw, because I want to fuck a whole bunch of girls this weekend. It's a perfect weekend. So I come home and, you know, I throw some tickets to the Bahamas for her. I'm like, girl, I want you to take your best friend, your girlfriend, and go to the Bahamas. Have a great weekend, because I got a lot going on this weekend. Threw her arms around me, kissed me all over. Thank you. You know, again, spontaneity out of the blue. I've surprised her. Another thing I've done with her is, you know, I'll go and I'll pick her up at work. And I'll be like, we gotta go home. Like, I'll have a bag practically packed for her. Now, obviously, you know, with women, they always want this or they want that. They want to make sure they have their own stuff. She's like, why do I have a bag here? I'm like, you kidding, girl? We're getting on an airplane in 4 hours. Here are our tickets. You know, she's like, throws her arms around me and loves me for it. You know, little things like that make a world of difference when you're in a relationship. Spontaneity is the key to a fantastic relationship. Keeping it spontaneous, because relationships that get monotonous, get boring. You know, day in, day out, watching movies, doing absolutely nothing. You know, sitting there cooking, eating. You know, don't you see it? That doesn't depress the fucking daylights out of you. I see it all the time. See, I'm one of those people that pays a lot of attention to people's behaviors. That's why I've developed all this stuff. You know, I'm out for dinner, and I'm sitting there. I got a couple sitting next to me, maybe in their 40s or 50s. And I swear, in the last half hour, 40 minutes, maybe they've said 3 words to each other. How's your food? It's good. Potatoes aren't bad. That's it. They have nothing to talk about. They're not talking. It's just so depressing. I'm just thinking like that's got to be fucking hell on earth, the definition of fucking hell. I'd die if I was in that situation. You know, when I go out with my girlfriend, we're always talking. I'm lucky, you know, I've picked a great girl. My girl is bisexual, she loves other women. So we'll be out and I'll be like, damn baby, check out that rod. Oh, we gotta bring her home. She's like, oh yeah, if you think you're Mr. Pickup Master, why don't you go pick her up? Like, hold on a second here. Putting a lot of pressure on me. You know, because it's kind of hard to go pick up a girl. And not only, okay, picking up a girl's a joke, but it's very hard to go pick her up and say, oh, by the way, I'd like you to come home with my wife and I. You know what I mean? And she does that to me all the time. Come on, Mr. Studley, you think you got what it takes? Go get her to come back. I'm like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't you go back to my place, wait for me, and I'll bring her over. She's like, I don't think so. Because she knows I'll never show up again. I'll take her to her hotel. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know, I've been there, done that. Thank you very much. So, again, spontaneity, you know, you want to keep it fun. You want to keep a lot of things happening. You want it to be spontaneous. Go ahead.
What are simple ways to be spontaneous? Just small little.
Well, I just told you maybe 10 different ways, you know, of like, you know, coming in with flowers, taking around one night, you know, like, no, doing things, doing special things. For women love to do things. They love to be surprised. So, you know, come in one night and do something like surprise her. You know, be like, you know, come home one night and be like, I want you to wear your best outfit. Why? Because I'm taking you somewhere tonight, you're gonna love it. You know, take her out. Do it again. Surprise, don't plan it. That's one of the biggest mistakes guys make in a relationship. They plan it. Oh yeah, next month we're gonna go and have dinner at this steakhouse. Like, boo, bah. How fucking boring is that? As opposed to just showing up and going, girl, I'm taking you somewhere, throw on your best outfit. And again, they love it. They'll appreciate you more for it. They'll fall in love with you more because of it. Go ahead.
You mentioned saying some, you know, finding that special girl.
Right.
Or something like that, right? Now, the way like that you find somebody that would be categorized as, you know, the one or whatever the case is going to be, how do you find like, you know, that you have the common interests? Like, I went to school for forever, right? How do you tell them what you've done and what you have without coming across as being like conceited? Because it's one thing to be cocky, but being conceited just totally, you know, shies them
That's a
off.
very good point. Don't really
Right.
tell her. Because, okay, if you turn around to her, and this is what so many guys do, I see it. So what do? I work in NASA, I got a degree in this, blah, 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 blah. They just start fucking racking off their resume. The girl's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You don't want to be doing that. The less you talk about it, like for me, for example, like I have a very lucrative job here. So I don't be telling women I teach men how to seduce women and how to get blowjobs. Come on, that's the last thing I do. So I'll beat around the bush. You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh, I'm an ass mom. Or, you know, I'm a retired Chippendales dancer. You know, like I'll fuck with her. Making her, I'll be like, you know what, girl, you ask way too many questions. You know, I don't want to tell you, you might be FBI for all I know. You know what I mean? That sort of stuff. By you doing that, she pries more.
Right.
And then you can actually go out and tell her what it is you're doing. It makes that much more. It doesn't make it seem like you're racking off your resume because she's kind of begging for it. Are you following me here with what you've done? You know, you've changed everything around here. As opposed to coming across like you're conceited. You know, like I got a lot of clients, I got a lot. And that's one of the first mistakes they make is, you know, they'll turn around and go, oh, by the way, I drive a Ferrari. What are you, fucking stupid? What the hell would you tell her that? How much more impact will it have on her? When you get her phone number, you take her out, you pick her up in a fucking Ferrari. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, obviously, you don't need money to get laid. You don't need money for anything, but, you know, Paytonology is about the ultimate lifestyle. It's about, you know, if you have all these techniques and all these keys and you're a solid, you know, solid grounding in Seduce and Conquer, and you do have money, well, obviously, it's better to be successful and to have all this stuff. Now, not necessarily will it get you more pussy. I know guys that got tons of money, can't get any fucking pussy. I know guys that have no money and get tons of fucking pussy. You know, and again, success is an image. You don't necessarily need to have a lot of money to make it seem like you have a lot of money. You know what I mean? You've seen people at bars, nightclubs, on the street that, you know, have absolutely nothing, yet they look like they're fucking worth millions. There's other people out there that are worth billions, they look like they got nothing. Success is an image. It's in the way you portray yourself, it's in the way you dress, it's in the way you behave, it's how much class you have, how you use eye contact, how you talk to her, the words you use. You know, as opposed to, a lot of guys are like, you know, grade 4 English. When you speak to her, don't use grade 4 English. Use bigger words. You know, women like that. Use adjectives when you're speaking to her. It's supposed to say good, spectacular. You know, adjectives are key here. You know, as opposed to saying, so how are you? I'm great. Fucking amazing, baby doll.
Stupendous.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Superb, baby. How the hell are you doing? You know, that sort of thing. Again, charisma is one of the most important qualities that a man can have. Very, very important.
Right.
If you're with someone for a bit and they talk about some dude, would you ever suggest to them, be like, yeah, well, you know, maybe you should go out with him or something?
There's some fucking cups in here. I'm drinking out of a bottle. Is there any cups back there? Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're with somebody, you're with your girl, right? She talks about some guy, just to throw her off, would you ever be like, oh, maybe you should go out with him sometime? You know, he's a good guy, and just, you know.
That's very good. Sure, you could do something like that. For sure. And women love to do that, is talk about other guys. So that's why before she gets a chance to do that, you do that first. You talk about other girls. You know what I mean? That's one of the most important things you can do is you start talking about other women. You talk about other girls.
You just do it as if they're cool girls that are great girls. They're
for
fun.
sure. You know, one of the things I love to say to women, and I'll tell them flat out on the first date, so she doesn't get all fucking up in me. I'll turn around to her and go, I gotta be honest with you, you know, I'm not seeing anybody, but I am dating. You know, I'm dating a few people. I just haven't been able to find the right one to settle down with. And that in itself gives her a fucking challenge that's beautiful. She thinks to herself, well, honey, I'm the right one. Women hate each other. For starters, women hate women. They don't like each other. Instantly, she'll be like, well, I'm better than all those other girls you've dated, and I'm going to show you. So a lot of girls do that with me. Like, that's one of the first things I'll say right on the first date, because, you know, what do you talk about on the first date? It's one of the things I talk about. You know, you'll always ask, so are you dating? You know, what's your past life? What was your ex-girlfriend? Yeah, that sort of stuff. And I'll always be like, you know, I got to tell you, I am dating. You know, I don't want to lie to you. I'll let you know right off the bat. And that's great. And again, it instigates more rapport, it gives her a challenge and makes her, again, want you a little bit more. Follow me? You all right, Line?
Yeah. Okay. A lot of people will call in and ask you for examples, right?
Yes.
So I got some things. Maybe they want examples. So let's say you walk out of a club some chick sees something like your shirt's unbuttoned real low,
Yes.
right? She says, you know, your shirt's done a little low, they're like, with, you know, just trying to get you going,
Right. You love it, don't you, babe? That's why you can't stop staring. You know, one of the things I get a lot from women is you're such a player. You know, like as I'm sitting there working her, touching her, she'll turn around and me and go, you're such a player. You know what I say? I go this close to her and go, you love it, babe. Just like that. And she thinks to herself, she stops and says, fuck, I really do love it. That's why she's saying it. That's why she's saying it to you. Because she really does like it. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. You know, women act like they don't want a player. And they'll say that I don't want a guy who's a player. But deep down inside, that's exactly the kind of guy they want. They want a guy who's confident. They want a guy who has attitude. They want a guy who other women are attracted to. You know, they want that trophy boyfriend. Just like we want that trophy girlfriend that dropped that fucking 6-foot blonde in our arms because it makes us look great when we walk into a room. They want the same things. Don't think that they don't. You know, and that's how I'll deal with that situation. If she's ever dissing me or ever doing something like that, that's what I'll say to her. I'll be like, you love it. That's why you're looking at it. You know, and then a lot of the time, like I wear my shirt down, a lot of the time they come to touch it, and I'll push her away. No, honey, you can look, but you can't touch. Don't get ahead of yourself. Again, creating that challenge for her. Wow, who is this guy? Any other guy would love it if I touched him.
Just being funny about it or being kind of serious, like.
Funny and jokingly about it, but and serious at the same time. I'm like, ooh, hold on a second here, baby. You can't touch this. It doesn't work like that. Look as much as you like, but you can't touch. You know, she'll start again. You're instigating more rapport. You know, and she usually turns around and goes, "Who do you think you are? God, you're so cocky." Next response, you love it. You know you love it, or else you wouldn't be talking. Personally, I don't blame you. You're talking to the best looking guy in the place. If I was you, I'd be, you know, as ecstatic, you know, as happy as can be, just because, you know, you're talking to me. Again, compliment yourself, let her know. One of the best things you can do is be sarcastic and compliment yourself. Let her know, you know, that you are the be all and end all. You are the best guy. There's no other guy out there that can't be. It doesn't exist. She will judge you the way you judge yourself. We boring you there, Stefan?
No, I'm just tired.
Zach the Mac over here. He's falling asleep on us, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm good.
You're in the club, you say something that the people you're talking about shouldn't have heard. Like, I was in the club, my
That's
buddy was
the
like, let's
worst.
go talk to these girls. I'm like, no, they're all riff-raff. I wouldn't give them the time of day. And like,
They all heard?
yeah. 3 of them turned around and looked at me, and I was just like, whatever. Right? But if you know, if he wants to go and divvy them up, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna, you know, go in with them, how would you make the comeback?
Well, it depends. I mean, you know.
Or give some examples of that, because I think. a
Well,
lot of
first, if
people are
she kind of caught me speaking about, like, you know, if I'm like, fuck, man, you're kidding, they're bush pigs. I ain't go close to them.
Fucking see them.
The first, you know what I mean? And she heard, you know, and then I approached, and if she would bring it up, I'd turn around to her and be like, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about someone else. Let her know that you were like, you weren't referring to that group, you were referring to another group. Yeah, and that's another thing. When you're speaking to women, and another woman walks by, make fun of her. Like, one of the things I love is girls that have protruding Adam's apples. It's the most disgusting thing on the planet. Another thing is women with big feet and big hands. It makes me like sick to my stomach. So if I see a girl with a protruding Adam's apple, I'll turn around to the girl I'm speaking to and look at that. There goes a walking man right there. Especially if she's hot. Usually the taller girls, the hotter girls are the ones that have the bigger limbs. That sort of thing. So she'll love it that you're dissing another girl. Do you see what I'm saying? That's another thing you can do. As opposed to dissing her, diss other people. Not only other girls, you can diss guys, you can diss whoever you want to diss. You know, that sort of thing. Did I answer your question there?
Yeah.
Just typing away.
Never heard that before.
Well, this is 2.0, baby. Mark, no glasses back there?
How about when you're in a
Get a picture with everybody, but just their heads this way. Make sure you don't just get Matt's head in it. Or Floyd's my head in it. Yeah, just make sure you get everybody in there, but just their heads. Who's the most handsome man on the planet, I tell you? It's disgusting how good looking you look. I got a mirror right there, but my hair is a fucking mess. It's supposed to be the 2.0 DVDs. And this guy just rolled out of bed and decided to record some DVDs and charge his fucking arm. I'm like, you're fucking right, I did.
For the outtakes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Floyd, you must have more questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're in a club, you're talking to a gorgeous babe, you're in an area where there's a lot of traffic coming through, people walk, you're near the bar,
Right,
next to the
yeah,
club.
best place to be.
And you get the guy who's got a barrel chest, real big guy, and he intentionally just bumps you and you move, because he's a big guy.
Right.
and you're talking to a girl,
See, those are fucking haters. I hate guys.
they're definitely haters.
I can't stand guys like that.
I mean, obviously, you can't obviously fight
Your
it.
but your first comment should look at her and go, that's the result of steroids. You know what I mean? Instantly, dude, diss him to
Absolutely.
her, she'll do the same thing.
I'm gonna make sure it doesn't.
Now, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. You know, and again, you see, that's one of the things, I meet a lot of guys too that instantly hate me, but I connect with them right away. I'll make them my friend. You see me do it tons of times in Mexico. I'll do it all the time. Like a guy will come around, like, you know, trying to be like that. I'll befriend him. And then after I befriend him, using eye contact, I'll let him know, don't think I'm the kind of guy you can fuck with. Dude, there's little people out there that will take fucking a 7-foot guy who's on fucking steroids and tear him to shreds. There's little people out there in this day and age that'll take out a fucking gun and pop you right in the head. You know what I mean? So nobody knows really who you are. It's how you carry yourself. So don't be scared to deal with him.
Right.
Look at him in his eyes, befriend him, become one of his boys. That's what I do. Whenever I'm out, whenever I'm in Mexico, I make everybody one of my boys. I include them in my entourage. And I almost make them feel special because they get to roll with me. They'll almost break their back for me. We were in Mexico, bouncers were kicking people out of the seats for me, for fuck's sakes. They were running around. Dude, there was a fight up there. There was like a huge fight. The guy goes running. Like, I have my own little section, because, you know, people know me, and I don't want fucking people bothering me.
Yeah.
And, you know, the way I like to do it is I get my own little VIP section, the bottle, the whole works, and I have the staff go find me the women. Go get me the women. Fucking best looking guys in the place are here. The most important guys are here. Women come to the table, it's great, but I don't like guys coming, because guys all of a sudden, they're hornbacks, they see all the hot girls are here. They try to become friends with me, for fuck's sakes, because they want to hit on my girls.
Yeah.
So I turn around to the bouncers and go, don't let any guys in, only let girls in. So Buddy, you know, gets a little thing on his PA, there's a fight up there. So he runs up there and fucking, you know, breaks up the fight, comes back down. I grab him, I look right into his eyes, I'm 6'4" bouncer. You son of a bitch, don't you ever dare leave here again. I don't care if someone's getting fucking jittied up there, someone's getting, you know, shot up there. You fucking stay right here with me, bitch. This is where you're gonna be the entire time. 15, senor, sorry, it won't happen again. 15 minutes later, another fight breaks out. The guy's looking and going, please, senor, I have to go. Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Like, all right, you gotta be back in 2 fucking minutes. You see what I'm saying? Again, I've befriended him to the point that he's my fucking boy. He'll break his back for me.
Yeah.
You know, we had them shut down the bathrooms for us in Cancun because, you know, we wanted to take some girls in there. They fucking shut the bathrooms down. Went in there, did our fucking thing,
Wow.
you know, and then they're standing outside. We're walking out, there's a huge lineup going, what the fuck? Who the hell are these guys? But again, if you do this correctly, if you become friends with the owners, if you become friends with the bouncers, if you befriend these people, and again, you know, you go to that usual club that you go to, these people will break their backs for you. And again, a lot of it has to do with the eye contact. You know, like when I walk up to a bouncer, the first thing I'll say is, Payton Kane, baby, you better be good in there. There better be a lot of fucking chicks in there. Don't waste my time. Come on, look at me when I'm fucking talking to you. Like that sort of thing. The guy instantly is like, fuck, this guy's a fucking dude. He's a fucking player.
Yeah.
He respects you. He treats you the way you treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember that. So put yourself up on a pedestal. Everybody will do the same. No cups? No. Keep asking that question.
No, you were talking before a little bit.
Who rented this room? No fucking cups. Get out, bastards, I tell you. Go ahead.
There's an ex of mine, right? I think I talked to you about this on the show.
Okay, sure.
And I was supposed to go on a date with her, right? Didn't happen, right? So I didn't call the bitch for like 3-4 days, right? Now, we both have like crazy busy schedules, right? And whenever I'm like I start talking to her or something, she's like, oh, she's playing the game better than me, right? How do you get because she's like, you know, she's your category 1.
Right,
okay,
sure.
she's very, very self-sufficient, doesn't need anything from anybody.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. My favorite type of
What would be the best plan of attack? Like how do you conquer, you know?
Well, you see, it all depends how you leave it. If she's an ex of yours and she broke up with you, it's gonna be very hard for you to get back in.
But she's the one that contacted me.
Well, perfect. So you turn around and go, ooh, somebody's been thinking about me. You miss me, huh? You've been out there playing the field and you're realizing there's nobody half as good as me out there. So look, the shit just flows out of you. You know what I mean? But keep that basis always. That you're the best.
Yeah.
You're number one. Nothing is better.
Yeah.
Sarcasm does wonders. And when you say that to her, why the fuck is she calling you back, Adam? Why is she calling you back? Because that's the case. Because she's been out there playing the field and she kind of misses you. Or else she wouldn't be fucking calling you. She'd be fucking Guido on the back of his fucking truck. Let's be realistic. The reason why she's calling you is because she misses you. She wants to be with you again.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it. Rub it in. Let her know. You know, the more you I do that all the time.
All right. It's just, it's hard, even like when I am talking to her, it's hard to like sustain the conversation because she's, all right, fucking see you later. You know, to me, I'm like, Mamma Mia.
Well,
what
you
am
see,
I
dude,
gonna
that's
do,
the
you
whole
know?
key. Your whole purpose is to make sure that you're the one that ends the conversation.
Yeah.
You leave on a high note. You're the one that runs the show. Do you see what I'm saying? You always want to be, one of the things I love to do is as I'm talking to women, I make her laugh. She's fucking cracking up. I'll turn around and go, anyway, girl, I'll catch you later. I'm just going to go take care of something. I'll be right back. I won't come back. But she's sitting there leaving laughing, going, fuck, that guy was great. I had such a good conversation. Some other loser's going to go up to her and go, wow, you look so pretty.
Nice
Those
bum
are
where you're
gorgeous shoes, man. I've never seen. And she's just going to be like, please bring that guy back. Bring that guy back. You know, she's going to come running after me and looking for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's the beauty of it.
I've had that. Girls will grab me in the bar and be like, just dance with me. Some guy's bothering me. So I'm like, freaking game on, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I would say is, look at you, you got good taste. At least you picked the best looking guy in the place to dance with. Obviously, we're trying to make him jealous, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, and she'll be like instantly, wow, this guy's great. What personality?
Okay.
Remember, personality is like the best quality that women look for in a man. Go ahead.
I got a good question here. This happened to me a few times. You're at a club, you see a girl, you see a guy trying to talk to a girl, and you can tell she's bored just the way she's looking at him, just the way she's looking at her drink and not even listening to him.
Yes.
How do you take advantage of that and go like, you know, like there's the whole movie line work, hey baby, I'm back, here's your drink, like there's
Yeah,
the
but you
whole-
got to do it. Yes, it does work. It works beautifully, but
Okay.
it's case sensitive.
Okay.
Because say you don't do it like it's if she's got some sort of attraction to her, if you do it in the right way, it'll work beautifully.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like one of the things I like to do is when I see that situation, I'll walk up to her and be like, "Damn girl, where's my drink? Didn't you order it already? You know, you always do this. I've been together with you for 6 months and you still do this." And she just starts smiling, and then she'll grab me and go, "That's my boyfriend." You know, like that's what she'll, you know what I mean, to the guy, and the guy will be like, "All right, later," he'll walk, tail between his legs, and she'll turn around to me and go, "Thank you." Be like, "You know, I thought you could use the help."
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. Now you owe me a drink. You realize that. You know, instantly I'll tell you, you owe me something because I just helped you
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
As opposed to thinking that I'm there trying to pick her up.
Okay.
So, you know, I'll turn around to her and be like, "Because you buying me a drink?"
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll be like, "So what do you want?" "Double Johnny." But actually, you know what? I'll take a bottle of champagne. Again, you know what I mean? I'll
Yeah,
blow it out
milk
of the
it.
board. Yeah. You know, obviously I'm not expecting the champagne. I'm not doing that. But just by me saying it makes her laugh, instigates more rapport,
Yeah.
makes her feel more comfortable about me.
Yeah.
The more comfortable you make her feel about you, the faster you'll fuck her.
Yeah.
You know? We lost Marky Mark.
When you're talking
He's
to,
probably stuck in the bathroom. Marky Mark!
obviously you only want, when you're talking to classy girls, maybe not like really hot girls, maybe not necessarily stripper girls.
Again, the hotter they are, because women hate women and because they judge each other solely on their appearance. They have not, their personalities have
Right,
nothing.
right.
They judge each other on their appearance. The hotter she is, the higher status, if you will, she has among women. Those are, with the Seduce and Conquer techniques and tactics, those are the easier women. This stuff works like fucking gold on those beautiful women. See, gentlemen, for example, I don't even know how to tell you to pick up an ugly girl. I couldn't even tell you, because I don't know. But I tell you, out of experiment, I've tried some of this stuff on like not good-looking women, and it's failed miserably. Why? Because it's too intimidating. It's too much. She's already like, this guy is just too fucking much for me. She'd much rather be with a fucking loser. So, you know, my stuff works on that high status woman. The better looking she is, the better it will work.
Now, what I was getting at is that's good information. When you're talking to a girl, do you use foul language? Does it tell her in a way that you're not trying to impress her? You can go too far and be an obnoxious bastard, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a fine line between cocky and funny and arrogance. You don't want to cross that line into arrogance. Now, some women love arrogance. Most of them, 90% of them don't. They love the cocky, they love the funny, they love the guy who's fun, who's picking on her. You know, we did a little survey before I got all this. Like when I was doing this, before Seduce Conquer actually started, we went around one night. Remember, I was in Miami on the Sunset Strip doing the Ocean Drive doing this, and I turned around. You know, there was the four of us. We just asked like a whole bunch of women, every single girl we met. You know, and that's a great way to start a conversation as well. I don't endorse it. I like the witty observation better, but you can turn around. You know, and that's what we did. We asked. You know, like so it's a great way to open up. To turn around to be like, so ladies, I got a very important question. My friends and I are dying to know. You know, what's your number one quality you look for in a man besides looks? 9 out of 10, they'll turn around to you and say humor. Women love a funny guy. They want to laugh. You know, they want to have fun. You know, girls just want to have fun. Cyndi Lauper, that ugly bitch, she knew what she was talking about. You know what I mean? Girls just want to have fun. It's the fucking truth. They want to have fun. I mean, come on, they sit there and they doll themselves up for 3 hours just to walk into a fucking nightclub. You know what I mean? Obviously, they just wanna have fun. Oh, you're kidding. Did you go all the way down to Subway to get me a cup? You're a star, Marky Mark. I love that
He
kid.
picked up the name.
Oh, nice. I'm sure they know. Eat fresh. Anyway. Fresh pussy. That's
Yeah.